Hi, Angela. I hope you're doing well. I, where do I begin? I, I always feel so awkward when I start these things. It's just, no matter how many times I do them. Anyway, I know I keep telling you that gaming isn't your thing. I get that. But I keep coming back to you, bugging you with it. Please don't ask me why. Uh, hmm. I thought I'd share my latest source of gamer angst with you, and it's this boss right here. Slave Knight Gael. Gael, I think is the way they pronounce it. Gael. Anyway, I have tried so many times to beat him, and I can't. I just can't. And I would like to get help, very honestly, to try to beat him. But so far, I don't know whether my level is too high. I died again. Anyway, I don't know whether my level is too high or my timing has been off because I just haven't been able to find any summon signs when I've gone into the fight. So I keep having to try it on my own. And the thing that's so discouraging for me is that if I can't find anybody, if that's not possible, then I'm kind of stuck. If I can't beat him, I can keep doing this to myself or just give up, which I really hate to do. Uh, I say that because, well, two reasons. Number one, it's just kind of my pride, I guess. I don't want to quit. I'd like to feel that I can beat him at some point if I just keep doing it. The other thing is, this is the last content for a Souls game that From Software is going to put out. There have been several games in the series, and it's a very popular series. But at some point, developers they tend to move on. From even a popular series, they go into other IPs. So that's what's happening here, and I had never played the previous Souls games, except for a couple of the demos. And the reason that I even tried to play Dark Souls 3 was because of Bloodborne. And that's another Souls-like game that From Software put out a while back. I played that game, and I just loved it. The combat was fast, it was fun, you had to be aggressive. There were no shields in the game, although there's shields in the rest of the Souls games. Anyway, I played Bloodborne through several times. I got into the co-op, into the PvP, and it was just, I don't know. So when I saw the initial trailers for Dark Souls 3, I thought, wow, this just looks amazing, and I've got to do it, even though it was supposed to be harder. And wait, here's another fail. Yeah, I don't know. My level of frustration at this point is really high, and I'm kind of reaching the point where I'm not having so much fun with it. It's more frustration than anything else, and I don't like feeling that about any game, So, this is a tough one for me. By the way, one of the things that I love about games like this is the challenge. I mean, I'm not the best gamer in the world, and I'm not the worst. I'm kind of like, I guess, in the middle there someplace. But the idea of fighting a boss like this, where you have to watch them and study their patterns, and they do have patterns. As you fail, like anything in life, you learn from your mistakes. So you get your timing down. You learn when to attack, when to dodge. When to back off from him. And that's just really, really great. And I found myself liking it a lot more than I thought I would. The one thing, though, there are bosses, some bosses that are very erratic. And later on, in his third phase, which is the hardest in the fight, he gets very erratic. And if there are any real patterns, I just haven't been able to find them. At least not enough where you know, I can actually beat him. The other thing, you may notice that there's this light on his chest, a little dot of light, and that's from the lock-on. You use your controller and you can lock on to an enemy. And what happens is the camera stays focused on them throughout the fight, and that makes it a lot easier. And if you unlock, when you turn away from the boss or the enemy, the camera shifts and you lose, you know, your sight of him, which obviously makes the fight a lot harder. I know there's just so many things about this that I've just grown to really enjoy and find like really satisfying. So I'm going to shut up because I'm babbling a little bit. But anyway, I hope you like what I did somewhat, maybe, and I wasn't too boring. I'm going to let the rest of the video play out, so bye, Angela. And I'm dead. Wow. Oh my, this is, God, this sucks. I mean, how close can I get and still fail? It just, this is just so frustrating.
PlayStation